Good day, sir, and everyone. I'm Luke from Pirates Group. Today, my teammates and I will present on a topic: a way forward for women in the Maritime Labour Convention. And here with our contents for presentations. Let's begin.
Today, sir, I'm Lee Mei Xian, student ID 2202057. I will start with the introduction. Maritime policies promoting gender equality in the maritime sector are gaining momentum, aligned with the United Nations SDG 5. Despite historic gender imbalances, there is a positive trend toward greater gender parity, evidenced by a 45.8% increase in women in the global seafarer workforce according to the PIMCO ICS 2021 Seafarer Workforce Report. Central to this progress are policies rooted in equality, non-discrimination, and inclusivity. The MLC adopted by the ILO ensure fair treatment and decent working conditions for all seafarers, regardless of gender, thus empowering women in maritime roles. Next, MLC is playing pivotal role in advancing gender equality within the maritime industry. MLC Standard A3.19b separates shipping quarters for men and women, ensuring female seafarers have safe and comfortable accommodation, thus prioritizing their well-being and privacy at sea. Furthermore, Article 3 of the MLC prohibits all forms of discrimination in maritime employment and occupation, including practices like mandatory pregnancy testing that impede women career advancement. Guideline B2.2.24a reinforced the principle of equal pay for equal work, ensuring fair compensation without discrimination based on factors like race, color, sex, religions, or social origin for all seafarers on the same ship. These measures not only level the playing field but also empower women to pursue maritime careers confidently, knowing they will receive fair compensation for their contribution. Recent amendments to the MLC, particularly in 2016, have heightened awareness of harassment in shipping and introduced measures to address it. Guideline B4.3.1 now references the latest version of the guidance on eliminating shipboard harassment and includes a new sub-paragraph addressing harassment and bullying. These changes underscore the MLC's commitment to women's rights and its endeavor to enhance female representations in the maritime industry. Thank you. I will pass to the next presenter.
Good day, Dr. Azam. I'm Lee Jiajing, student ID 2202088, and I will continue by presenting the advantages of the MLC for women's rights and the disadvantages for women even protected by MLC. The first advantage is economic growth. By providing opportunities for education and experience in maritime activities for everyone, diversity fosters innovation, productivity, and sustainability in the maritime sector. Empowering women in maritime industry also foster increased entrepreneurship, ownership opportunities, and also address labor shortages issue in coastal communities, ultimately lead to economic development. The second advantage is it provides as a legal protection for all seafarers, ensuring fair employment practices, decent working conditions, and also access to essential facilities on board ships. It also addresses problems such as harassment, discrimination, and also lack of support in male-dominated workplace culture. In short, the MLC creates a supportive and inclusive environment, motivating more women to join seafaring jobs on board ships. Going to its disadvantages for women, the first would be the cultural and social norms despite efforts to promote equal opportunities. Women encounter resistance and barriers due to entrenched gender stereotype and expectation in male-dominated maritime environments. Discrimination against women in hiring, promotion, and working conditions persists both overt and covert on board ships. The second disadvantage would be underrepresentation of women. Historically, the maritime sector has been dominated by men, resulting in a lack of gender diversity across various roles, including the leadership position, which only 5% held by women. Despite some progress, women make up only 1 to 2% of the global seafaring workforce and facing a 40% pay gap compared to their male counterparts. The underrepresentation of women also might pose challenges in effectively addressing gender-specific issues within the framework of the MLC. That's all from me. I'll pass to the next person. Thank you.
Good day, sir. I'm Siu Chi, student ID 22022100. Now I'm going to present about the critiques of the issues and its relations to the relevant maritime policy of maritime labor conventions. Firstly, we have critique about the occupationally isolations. The maritime industry has historically been segmented with gender predominating in particular positions. While the Maritime Labour Conventions promote equal opportunities for all seafarers including women, the lack of specific measures to address occupational segregations may have the potential to create persistent inequalities in women's labor access to certain jobs or career development opportunity. Secondly, while the Maritime Labour Conventions explicitly prohibits harassment and bullying in the workplace, including sexual harassment, critics dispute its provisions may not provide adequate protections or remedies for victims of sexual harassment in the maritime industry. Shipboard hierarchies and remote environments may empower perpetrators and discourage reporting. Furthermore, fear of retaliations, stigma, and lack of support service hinder victims from coming forward. In addition, the short working hours of seafaring and the complex jurisdictional issues involved in maritime law enforcement complicated efforts to prevent and address sexual harassment on board ships. Thirdly, on board ships, suitable accommodations for pregnant seafarers is often limited. This can lead to discomforts and inadequate facilities for pregnant seafarers that affecting their health and well-being. These challenges are reinforced by conditions in cramped maritime environments and limited access to medical care. Addressing these issues require comprehensive policy and practice to ensure the safety and well-being of pregnant seafarers, including the provisions of adequate accommodations and support service. All these policies are not yet addressed and refined in the Maritime Labour Conventions. Although the Maritime Labour Conventions require ships to provide medical care for all seafarers, they are concerned that it may not adequately address the unique health needs of women, especially gender-specific medical services are often limited or unavailable on board ships. These inadequacies may have potentially far-reaching implications for the health and safety of female seafarers, as situations requiring specialized care or routine examinations may go unaddressed. There is therefore an urgent need for gender-sensitive healthcare provisions to be prioritized and incorporated into the frameworks of the Maritime Labour Conventions to ensure equitable access to medical care for all seafarers regardless of gender. That's all for me, thank you, and now I'll pass to the next presenter.
Good day, sir, everyone. I'm Yutong, student ID 2002552. Now I will present on the areas of improvement on the MLC. MLC is one of the ILO instruments with a strong focus on the gender sensitivity. So under the MLC 2006 Regulation 3.1, Accommodations and Recreational Facilities, Section 9b have mentioned a rules for the separation of the men's and women's seafarers' sleeping quarters, but there is no any specifications regarding the monitoring system in the specific area. So this shall be improved by specifying the privacy measures to ensure the privacy of the women seafarers while also ensuring their safety at the same time. Furthermore, although they have included the rules of the separation of sanitary facilities for the men and women seafarers, but they does not explicitly outline the detailed provision to address the gender discriminations and harassment issues on board. So to improve this, they shall develop the gender-specific policies and initiatives, include the educations, training, or development programs for the women seafarers. So furthermore, they shall enhance the data collections and monitoring mechanisms to effectively track the gender disparities within the maritime industry and also enable the analysis and minimizations of the gender disparities issues. Furthermore, certain shipping firms are reluctant to hire women due to the concerns regarding the maternity leave. In year 2022, only 55 out of the 88 countries which ratified the MLC have provided the maternity benefits for the women seafarers, which only amounts to 38%. So to improve this, MLC should advocate for the legislative reform to align the international standards across the global maritime industries and also ensure the job security of the women seafarers despite they apply for the pregnancy or maternity leave. So that's all for my part. Now I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Good day to Dr. Azam. My name is Benjamin, student ID 2202171. I will be presenting the suggestion for betterment towards sustainability. First, MLC could allocate increased international collaboration among industry stakeholders, government agencies, and NGOs to share best practice and strategy to promote the gender equality project. This could be achieved through mutual learning exercise or international collaboration agreements. For example, member states such as Iceland, ranked first in the gender equality worldwide, and Singapore, hold influence in the global maritime community, could collaborate to enhance policy and influence other countries toward gender equality in the maritime sector. Next, MLC could establish mechanisms for data collection and research to monitor the progress in the gender equality within the maritime sector. This includes tracking gender representation, career advancement, and retention rates for the women seafarers. In particular, conduct regular gender equality audits within the maritime companies can evaluate practice and outcomes related to the women participation and progression. Utilize this data-driven insight can help pinpoint areas for enhancement and implement focused intervention to achieve greater female representation in the maritime industry. Lastly, MLC could include the provision mandating member states to conduct ongoing evaluation of the maritime policy to ensure they effectively promote gender equality. This would involve regularly assessing and updating policy to address the gender inequity in the evolving market. For example, Swedish Gender Equality Agency conducts evaluation to advance gender equality, contributing to Sweden's top ranking in the gender equality within the European Union. That's all about the suggestion. In conclusion, MLC plays a crucial role in promoting gender equality and empowering women in the maritime sector by ensuring safe accommodation, prohibit discrimination, and advocate for equal pay for the women seafarers. It also benefits economic growth and provides legal protection for the women seafarers. However, MLC still needs to improve its inadequate policy by implementing some improvements such as explicitly outline details provision regarding maternity protection. Suggestions such as international collaboration are also the key to sustain gender equality in the maritime sector. Any gender has unlimited potential and value. They deserve equal opportunities and respect across all fields. That's all from us. Thanks for watching this video.